in the second half. The treasure's still in no man's land.
It's right where we left it, right where it's always been all game.
All right.
So, Max, what are you expecting to see in the second half here?
Well, we see Biryani just playing a fantastic game, you know. Not having the highest rating because his team didn't score, but, you know, playing really well with 21 and 12 in the first half. And I know we also saw AlmightyBrian in the first 5 minutes of this game play really fantastic, and he can step it up. They might be able to just win this game.
Yeah, he really faded while Biryani stepped up, but Biryani clearly has been the most valuable player to his team up to this point. And really, I think he's going to continue with that for the rest of the match because he seems like one of those players that starts off slow but then gains steam as the game goes on.
Yeah, there are many types of players. You know, sometimes players that start fast are good for the first 10 minutes and then fade off. And
like Angry Bumblebee. Angry Bumblebee is more of a sprinter than a marathon runner.
Well, let's see if that holds true in the second half. Because in the first half, he played pretty well. In 24 and 13, actually, I say he played quite well. With a rating of 10.
Yeah, 10 rating, he scored. He really was a huge part of the reason the Villains have a 2-0 lead.
But, I mean, if you look at from the aspect of the heroes really need to get it out of there. And there's Biryani again with that sniper. If you can be effective with the sniper, you can change the games.
Yeah, he really has been changing the game. Look at that headshot. Wow.
Ooh. Yeah, it's almost like you want to grab what's it, William and say, stop throwing the treasure this way.
Just stop, almost. Just go away.
Yeah,
it's not working out because every time they try, Biryani's there with a sniper. He kills everyone, and then the heroes pull this, and they have a chance to score.
Listen, they did this one before and provided no cover. They can provide some cover. Sabertooth and a nice grenade there, trying to break it up.
Here comes two up the middle. Yeah, they need
one to Williams, and one coming up the middle.
There's Sabertooth getting AlmightyBrian, but yeah, the heroes really they don't execute in the last
final third
50
of
feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the red zone, you know? They don't execute in the red zone.
That as well. You've got many sports analogies going on. Best analogy okay. I was quite confused. I thought the other guy jumped on his back.
Platypus with the two killers.
Where did that come from?
He threw a grenade when Sabertooth was choking him.
Oh.
Now they have the treasure right next to the chest.
That's quite a shame. Hopefully Max can make up for that. He's coming. William's in there. William doing nothing! Driving me crazy.
Where are they going? I don't know.
Maybe. Oh, they were two teammates. All right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry for that, folks. I was.
William, you gotta run here. This is.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
I mean, you do.
And he throws it up.
This is getting humorous, but you can blame the villains for not just moving William away from play, just taking the ball from him, taking the plundered treasure from him, and just dictating play themselves.
True.
There's another hammer kill. We haven't seen, it's 4 minutes in, or I can't count, 3 minutes in already. And we haven't seen AlmightyBrian step up like he did in the first half. He couldn't get him.
A little.
Willem is just, he's not doing anything.
He's moving the treasure, always moving it down there again. Well, I mean, hey.
He's starting to move it, but usually he's just standing there holding the treasure.
I'll bounce down. But right now, if you keep throwing it down there, and the heroes can't score, they're not gonna make the money that they might want to, but they're gonna win the game.
That's true. A victory's a victory.
Yeah, here's AlmightyBrian pulling his shooting spree again.
And there he goes.
There's probably the kill.
That was
going after Brian.
That was a catastrophe.
Shotgun.
But Willem. Wow, he is horrible. He had a clear shot at AlmightyBrian for like 10 seconds. He still didn't get the
kill. What's his name?
Biryani.
Biryani. Killing a saber-tooth tiger in that way is not easy to do.
Yeah. I don't think his name's Biryani, but we're so used to calling him that. That's what we're going to call him.
Well, and the Nasiib finally does something in the second half.
Yeah, we're almost at the 5-minute mark here, and they.
I mean, if we look at William as a guy that went, what did he go 4 and 14 in the first half, and with 2 scores, so he's made $8,000 and he's level 46. I really want to know how that happens. Is he mainly a deathmatch player? Because that would explain a lot.
William is, I think, mainly death. Yes, he is.
All right, that explains a lot. The last 2 weeks, we've seen deathmatch players really come and hurt their team.
Here come the heroes. They get treasures right there. They just need to score.
That's got to be.
That's the score.
It's
up until this point, I was thinking the villains could win this, but with the way things are going now, the villains haven't even moved the treasure into their half of the field yet.
The players are really choppy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just haven't. The villains are playing decently, but they're just not attacking enough.
True. Oh, no.
They need to use those treasure bearers and move the chest because right now they're just kind of playing D and stalling for time.
They're letting their manipulate challenge this person. Oh boy, Maxplatypus just can't stop killing anyone.
Oh, you have to give him credit. His grenades usually end up with kills.
Here are the heroes again. They like taking the treasure this way. They have cover down, and then they throw a lead pass right here, and it's going to be a score again.
This guy's not covering though. I don't like that. They're going to score, but they can play better.
KavinCatastrophe again with the score.
I mean,
that's 2 scores in a minute.
Yeah, and he hasn't done anything.
Here's the difference between the heroes and the villains. The heroes go in a route, down a route that works for them. I mean, Saber's going that way because he has no other choice, because that's where it spawned.
William's finally by the treasure to do something. Let's see if he can actually get something done. Oh wow, it's going to be 3 scores in around a minute 30. Oh, what a terrible throw!
If Nasib could provide some cover or something.
No one's there. Nasib looking. No one's looking for cover.
AlmightyBrian might be sitting up here.
Doesn't matter.
He has been, but
I'm going to give William some credit.
Heroes are nowhere.
He made that happen right there.
That's true. He did.
So let's hopefully he can do something else.
It was a notable assist.
A 2-0 lead for the longest time. We've had 3 scores in the last 2 minutes. And
Biryani.
I really don't know what's going to happen. What do you think is going to happen in the last 3 minutes here?
I mean, I don't know if the heroes can do it. They struggle to score, and sometimes the floodgates will open. There'll be scores for a while, and you got to get that one more, and it just won't happen. But as I say that, they're moving the treasure eerily close.
Yeah, they're looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, but Maxplatypus may just be too good with
that's
a combination of pwnage and poor playing.
I mean, usually it's Biryani too. See, here's Saber. They're gonna try to get the treasure out of here. But I mean, the way the villains have been playing the second half, I kind of feel like they could at least pull off the tie, maybe pull off the win. It depends where the treasure spawns. The only reason they gave up that 3rd score was because they had no one near when the treasure was spawned, and the villains just capitalized quickly on the score.
Yeah,
true.
So it's a good move, though, you had 3 guys there. You had Maxplatypus covering the back. Nasibi? He didn't do anything. I'm not going to get his name right because he didn't do anything. Yeah, got sneak up behind him.
This is
still moving in there.
They all got shut down. Can Nasib do anything?
Look at this. Look at that. They're so close to scoring. With 2 minutes left. And now they're moving, the heroes are moving the treasure. That could hurt them.
Yeah. I mean, KavinCatastrophe, again, moving the treasure. The villains, that was really a great chance to capitalize, but they
got it back. They got it back. And William and shooting again with the treasure.
Hasn't he
really he just got to throw it and shoot with a real gun.
I mean, they're moving the treasure, though. It's under 2 to go. They might be able to hold on here for the win.
That's true. Maxplatypus with the chasing. He probably needed an aim there, because the guy was able to get a grenade off in an afterlife.
But the heroes at least know how to move the treasure now, so that if they get a lucky spawn and they line up in the right spots, they can move the treasure really quickly and score. So if they get some lucky spawns here, they could pull off a really quick score and tie this up.
Whatever we've been watching, the last 20 seconds, it's been all villains with these kills.
Yeah, but
Biryani with a sniper.
And
he tripled.
Wow.
I think what happened is Nasib jumped off the ledge.
I think if the villains score here, he's the entire reason.
Yeah.
But Platypus shows up with a shotgun.
The power weapons are coming in handy. You gotta know when you use
He gets shot in the back. I would have thrown the treasure down in that situation.
Yeah, he really should have. I really don't know what he was thinking there. That was poor play.
It just barely moved the treasure away from its current spot, and now the villains have the treasure next to the chest.
Angry.
40 seconds to go. Angry, really clutch here. And here's Angry and Sabertooth camping in the base. But
double down.
Q-Boy stepped up.
Q-Boy, what a throw.
You might want to go on to say he shouldn't have grabbed it and just waited and camped a little bit. And sometimes camping is appropriate.
Yeah, definitely. Should have
not at the 10-minute mark.
Sabertooth gets the kill. There's only 20 seconds left. Can they hold on? But Biryani gets Platypus. And there's a grenade to get Sabertooth, and that clears the room. Oh my goodness. The hero scored. Wow.
It all came down to Maxplatypus not getting the treasure, and I don't know why KavinCatastrophe is humping. I mean, you still didn't win.
Yeah, well, he's used to losses, so he's happy with the tie.
And zooming in the treasure here.
And that's the match.
Beautiful treasure next to the Pistoli. And you're right, that was the match. I thought there might have been something in the last 17 seconds.
No. Okay, gentlemen, your thoughts.
My thoughts, well, the Villains really started off well when they had very little competition, but when they were challenged, the Detroit Three, lived up to their names of, being solid players, but very little support. And when it came down to it, Maxplatypus just made a quick, foolish throw, and maybe it was the heat of the moment, getting shot at, stressful, just trying to get it out of there, but really should have thrown down the well.
Yeah, they didn't have enough support from their two other teammates. They started off strong. Towards the end of the first half, they started to give up some kind of momentum to Biryani, especially with a sniper. Yeah. Then the second half, that continued. I mean, it started off, the second half was kind of slow, but then the Heroes picked up. They had 2 quick scores, and you kind of had the feeling that it was either going to be a tie or a loss for the Villains.
So let's give it up to Biryani. It doesn't matter how much support the Detroit 3 had. He played absolutely fantastic.
Fantastic.
Going 43-22 in the game. No scores. Having a rating of 7.8, but clearly the man of the match. I mean, I don't care what the statistics say. I honestly don't care.
The statistics dispute that. Matthew, why don't you go a bit about the ratings? Maybe give us the top 3?
Well, okay, the first star, according to the ratings, is Angry Bumblebee, but it's only a .01 difference between him and Biryani. And normally I would say, obviously, that's Angry Bumblebee is the first star because he had the higher rating. Right. But in this case, Biryani, his RTR, which is the ranking compared to your team ranking, is just, it's a lot, I mean, it's higher than Angry Bumblebee, so he's been more important to his team. We clearly saw that. He was the entire reason that was a tie game for his team.
I mean, it's sort of like a player that bats 300 overall, but when runners are in scoring position, bats 100. That's what Angry Bumblebee was doing. But Biryani, he bat 400, and when the players are on the base, he bat 400 again.
I would compare it more, say we do 3 stars like an NHL match.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Okay, so say your first star, it's always usually somebody who wins, right?
Yeah,
so
most likely.
Say the Villains have won in this case, Biryani would still get the second star like he was a goalie that had 50 saves.
Yeah.
Because he was the entire reason his team was in the game.
Yeah. I mean, look at the end there with the 3, with a triple with a sniper. That was absolutely huge.
That was beautiful.
The Villains had according to the ratings here, the Villains had the first, third, and the 4th best players. So they clearly had a better team than Biryani, but their 2 other teammates were lagging, and that they really couldn't make up for it. The second half, they fell behind. Biryani was proved to be too much, and then his teammates finally started moving the treasure properly, and that was the reason we ended up with a tie.
You had Nazar B with a rating of 1.5, and William would actually, if we went negative, you would go with a negative rating, but we're just going to give him a 0.
Yeah, William, we're being nice.
And that's really difficult for us to do.
But Biryani doesn't even have anyone else on his team over 3.42. He had double anyone else on his team.
Just absolutely fantastic.
He was
clear man of the match.
A beautiful game, and it's a proof that there are people out there who can juggle Deathmatch and Plunder.
Very true, very true. Because you had William, who absolutely could not. I don't even know why he played Deathmatch. He couldn't even get a kill.
Yeah.
He couldn't even get a kill, and then tried to be the treasure bearer without treasure bearer, and just really, really poor play. But you do have to give it up for Biryani for being, a utility man of all Uncharted games, being able to play Deathmatch and Plunder.
So
very impressive.
I say we give our 3 stars. Number 1 would be Biryani.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Number 2 and a close second is Angry Bumblebee, just because his first half was so strong. And then number 3
Maxplatypus
is not Maxplatypus. It would be Sabertooth Tiger, just based on the ratings. He had a solid game, but
he had a solid game, but he didn't really affect it the way that Biryani did.
Right, so that's why he's our 3rd star. I mean, compared to the rest of Biryani's teammates, or compared with the Detroit 3's teammates, Sabertooth performed better.
I think if you put Sabertooth and Biryani on the other team, on one team, 4-0.
Definitely.
Game.
Yeah. Well, it's the game, and at a slow middle, but the beginnings and the ends were very high intensity. I had fun. I think you guys did too. Join us next week. We'll see if the Detroit 3 this time have the courage needed to never be defeated. And I'd also like to give a shout out to our viewers in Italy, the UK, and Ireland. All right, take care.
Ciao.